Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be playing Ranked Melee Episode 3. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, please do so. If you enjoy the video, please leave a like. In some of my other videos, I had a couple people comment asking why I sounded so depressed or tired, and the reason I'm talking like this is because it's 4 a.m. right now, so I kind of have to talk quiet because that's just the time I decide to record. Today we're going to be talking about what happened during my 24-hour stream. So pretty much for those of you who weren't there, during my 24-hour stream, I think I was about 21 hours in, and I had gone to the kitchen to make some tea, and I came back, I drank the tea, and then one of my friends came in and gifted me 2 or 3 subs to my Twitch, and that got me really excited, and I was very happy. And I had a couple of people in chat, and we were voting on a hat for me to buy because they sent me a bunch of silly hats and normal hats, and I was gonna pick one normal and one silly hat to get. So we were voting, and I was having a lot of fun, and they were having a lot of fun. And then I realized that I had to go to the bathroom, so I went to the bathroom, and I came back, and I seemed fine, and everybody was like, how do you still have so much energy? You know, you only have 3 more hours, and you're still doing so good. Make it a 48-hour stream. And I jokingly said, if somebody gifted 5 subs, maybe I would. Or, I don't even think it was that. I think I said maybe if we hit our sub goal, maybe I would, or something like that, which was like 5 subs away. And it was a joke, but somebody went and did it. So, I got really excited. I think it was my buddy Owen who actually did it, and I was like, alright, I'm not gonna go for 48 hours, but I'm not gonna end it at 24. I'll keep going for as long as I can until I feel tired. And then after he had gifted the 5 subs, I think he gifted another couple, and then my buddy Rax, he gifted a couple, someone else gifted one, and before I knew it, I think I got 10 subs in just a couple of minutes. And on top of all of that, I had 20 viewers, and it wasn't just people who had sat and fallen asleep on my stream. All 20 of them were like actively talking, and the chat was just rolling. I had text-to-speech for subs, so the text-to-speech was talking, and we were all having so much fun. And then all of a sudden, I felt like I had to go to the bathroom again, but this time didn't feel the same. So I went to the bathroom, and I opened up my stream on my phone so I could continue talking to chat, because I knew that I was going to be there for a while, because I realized that I felt like I had to throw up, and this is something that happens to me way too often, because I have some pretty bad anxiety. So I think what happened during the 24-hour stream is I just had a little anxiety attack from all the attention, and it just felt unreal because I was receiving so much attention and love and support. It felt very unreal, and it felt like I almost achieved a goal that I've had for so long. It felt like my stream had went from a bunch of my friends who were there just to support me for being friends to a bunch of my friends and new people and viewers that were there because they were enjoying the stream rather than just trying to support me. And it felt completely unreal, and it was just something that I've always wanted. Because for those of you who don't know, I've been wanting to do YouTube and make content since I was 12 or 13, and now I'm almost 20, so like I finally started this year, and it just feels amazing, and your guys' support is insane, and I appreciate it so much. And this video has kind of become like an apology and a thank you video. So now I'm going to start talking about my anxiety, because my anxiety is strange. I mean, everybody has anxiety, especially in like the family. Everyone in my family has it, but they have it in their own ways, and when they get it and how they feel during it. And just how it makes them feel. For me, it was strange because I was the only one in my family who didn't have anxiety, and I was that kid that would never overthink, would never care. I would go and do something silly to do something silly, and I wouldn't have anxiety. I could go up on stage. I didn't have stage fright. I could talk in front of the class. It didn't matter. And I mean, obviously, I would make mistakes and they would be embarrassing, but didn't have anxiety about them before, during, or after. That comes with positives because half of being a kid is just doing stupid things without thinking about them. But my anxiety started about 3 years ago. I was in junior year of high school, and during lunch, I would go to the pull-up bars with my friend Brett, and we would do pull-ups pretty much every day, or even just goof around on the bars. And one of the things that we had practiced doing was a core workout, where you kind of like put your feet out and make it look like you're going upstairs as you go around the bar. I'd be able to do a full flip over the bar just by slowly leaning myself up and then going over the bar. And one day I realized I can just put my legs straight up while hanging from the bar and then pull myself, and I could completely flip over the bar. I was doing this one time, and as I did it a little too fast, and I did it with a swing because I kind of like ran up and jumped onto the bar, and I kind of did a handstand onto the bar, and then my legs came down, and with all that weight I fell straight onto the bar, onto my stomach, and I instantly felt like I had to throw up. I was instantly in so much pain. I got the wind knocked out of me. It was horrible. It was like getting kicked in the nuts, and how it makes you feel like you have to throw up and you can't breathe at the same time. Basically, that's how I felt, and then my stomach has never been the same since. I'm not saying that it's, completely caused by that, but that's just, the only thing that I can think that could have possibly started it. I think one day I got sick because of the pain. It was only a couple of days after, and I just felt like throwing up out of nowhere. And I think maybe the fear of that happening again is kind of what started my anxiety. Because the first time my anxiety actually struck was during my first date with my current girlfriend 3 years later. And we had gone to get Japanese food, which I don't particularly like, but I knew that she did, and I wanted to get it for her. So we went to the mall, and we got the food. While I was eating it, I was like, oh, I guess I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm like, hold on. I won't be long. I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go find a bathroom. So I go find a bathroom. Luckily, it was pretty close because the restaurant we had gone to didn't have it. So I needed to go to a Whole Foods, which was right next to it in the mall. And I spent like 5 minutes in there. And I came out and I sat back down at the table. We started talking again, and I was like, sorry, but I have to go again. It might seem weird, but I gotta go to the bathroom again. I'm sorry. So I go back, and then I think I texted her that like, oh, I'm so sorry this is happening. My stomach hurts. I think she was like, oh, it's okay. Now that I think about it, I wonder if for like a moment she thought, is this guy ditching me? Lauren, if you're watching this, let me know if you thought I was ditching you for even a moment, and if you did, I'm so sorry. Because I felt really bad that I had spent so much time in the bathroom already, and I was only 10 minutes in to being in the bathroom, and I ended up spending, I don't even know, 20, 30 minutes in there. I did not feel good at all. And I was debating on just like asking my mom to come pick me up. I think she had actually brought us there. My girlfriend, she had drove us there. And I ended up going like, okay, I'm fine. I'll be okay. And I go out and I start walking towards the table again. She sees me and she smiles. I smile back. And then I put my hand up, like, saying, hold on a minute, with my hand. And I go back to the bathroom. And I puked so bad. And that was the first time I puked from anxiety, or like, I was not a kid to really ever puke, so this was, I was 17. This was probably only the 8th time I ever puked in my life. It was definitely under 10 at that point. So it was very shocking for me, and I was just like, what happened? So I kind of blame the Japanese food, and I still blame it because I didn't like it. So I just don't think it settled in my stomach correctly. But, you know, this happened only a week or 2 weeks after my injury from the pull-up bars. So I feel like altogether, you know, being nervous, my first date, Japanese food that I don't like, and it was just a combination of everything. Didn't go well. So I continued to have anxiety over the years, and I think the worst time, and I think the worst I ever had anxiety was also on a date with her. I want to say we were definitely dating for at least a year. It might have even been 2 or close to it. And we had gone to see Jurassic World 2. Actually, let me search up how long ago Jurassic World 2 came out. Okay, it came out in June of 2018, so we were dating for over a year at this point. At this point, she was used to me having like small anxiety attacks where I was just like, we gotta go. I gotta go home, I don't feel good, or like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, and you know, I spend a lot of time in there. But at this point, I think I had only thrown up that one time on our first date. I don't think that an anxiety attack had ever made me throw up again after that. But we were watching the movie, and I was doing really well, and I was proud of myself, and I was like, you know, watching what I was eating so I didn't get full. I was, you know, I wasn't drinking anything that was carbonated, so I didn't have bubbles that made me feel like I had to burp or anything. So I was feeling good watching the whole movie, and I think there's 45 minutes left, or just about, and I go, I have to go to the bathroom. She like looks at me, and she's like, okay. So I sneak out, I go to the bathroom, and sat on the toilet. Obviously, I didn't have to use the toilet, I felt like I had to throw up. And I ended up spending a lot of time in there. Eventually I calmed down, went back into the movie, sat down, and instantly had to go again. I get up, go to the bathroom. It's pretty much just, my heart was beating extremely fast. I was getting a slight headache, I was sweating, and my stomach was cramping. And it felt like in my throat, it felt like I had to burp pretty much. It felt like it was right there. And I go back into the theater after 30 minutes of being in there, and I just lean up against the wall, and I'm like, you know, I'm staying here in case I have to go back. I don't want to have to keep, you know, interrupting these people, because we were in like the front row, or one of the front rows of the theater, so I didn't want to get in everybody's way. I think I went to the bathroom one more time, didn't throw up, but I really wanted to. I was just like, I wish I could just throw up, and then it'd be over. But I couldn't, and I wasn't gonna. I almost forced myself to, but I didn't. So then I ended up going back into the theater, leaning against the wall right at the entrance, and watched the last 5 minutes of the movie. And then, you know, she started to walk out, and I saw her, and she was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, I want to go home. She's like, okay, let's go. So we start going, and we're passing the bathroom. I'm like, I should probably go to the bathroom one more time. She's like, alright, go. And I was like, no, there's too many people in there now because the movie just ended. I'd rather just get home. I don't feel it that bad right now. Let's just go home. So we start going, and we eventually pass a Starbucks, and I run in there, and I, you know, sit in the bathroom like, oh, I'm fine. Yeah, so then I sit there for 5 minutes, and I eventually convince myself to go out. I open the door, and I instantly feel it again. And I'm like, I can't go back in there. I can't make her wait 5 more minutes for me to come out and feel the same way. I just need to get home. I'll be okay. We continue walking to the mall, and we were on like the 3rd or 4th floor of the garage, so we were going up these stairs. It hits me harder than it's ever hit me before, and I go, I'm gonna puke. You go to the car. I'm going to the top floor. So I go to the top floor because I just wanted a lot of fresh air and wind because I was so hot and sweaty. I sat on the top step on the 4th floor. I had my head on my knees, and I was sweating so much. I ended up taking off my coat, my sweatshirt. I almost took off my t-shirt because I was just that hot. I actually started crying because I just wanted this to be over. I wanted to be home. I didn't want to feel like this. I felt so bad for Lauren that she's been with me for over a year at this point and has had to deal with this at least 30 times, and I just didn't know what to do. And I sat there for 10-15 minutes, and I didn't throw up or anything, but I just let myself cry, which sounds so sad, but I wasn't sad. I I was in pain, I didn't know what to do. I felt lost. So next I met with Lauren in the car, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I still want to get home." And I think it's kind of funny now, but I remember I was telling her to drive faster, but I was also telling her to drive slower. Like, drive quickly, but do it slow. And at the time, I was like, it makes sense. In my head, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. Why is she saying this doesn't make sense? But now that I look back, I realize that I was being ridiculous. Which it's still kind of funny, because, Lauren, if you're watching this, I don't want to expose your driving. But you do drive kind of quickly. Like, Lauren will be going 35 down to 30, and then we come up to a turn, I tell her to slow down, and she'll be going 30 to do a 90-degree turn, and I'm flying out the window. And she's like, "You're exaggerating." And then she slams on the brakes, and I hit my head on the dashboard, and she's like, "Oh, stop faking it." But no, she's a great driver. So then the last thing that I want to talk about is the time I overcame my anxiety really well. It was actually for my first, so I actually went to Pound 2019, and I went with my whole family, but my whole family wasn't staying with me. Staying with me in the hotel was only my girlfriend and my older brother. And then my parents and my older sister and my younger sister, they stayed in Washington, D.C. because my dad has never been to Washington, D.C. and he wanted to go check it out. We couldn't go on Thursday night, so we had to leave really early Friday morning. So we actually ended up waking up around 4 in the morning, getting in the car and driving. I feel like a big part of what helped me overcome my anxiety during this was the fact that it was so early in the morning, because everybody in the car went straight to sleep. And I just sat there watching the cars right in front of us, but I was like leaning my head over, so I was looking straight down the middle. And the only person that was awake was my dad, and that was because he was driving. He wasn't talking, there was no music, so I just got to look straight and focus, and I was basically just telling myself over and over, like, breathe properly, this is for you to have fun, like, I've always wanted to go to a tournament, this is huge for me, I can't have it ruined by this. And I feel like a 3 or 4 hour drive to get there really helped me have enough time to understand that and to control my breathing and my heart rate. And by the time I got there and I saw the huge line, my heart went a little faster once I realized that I was, like, actually there. But I was fine, and we ended up getting in. And as I was signing in, I think I saw Gimmer, which is a TO for a lot of these events, especially these big ones. That was the first big name in the Melee community that I had ever seen in person. And my anxiety kind of fluttered right there. Once I saw him and he walked by, and I instantly was just like, okay, breathe. And then my heart went back down. I realized that I would be good for the rest of the weekend. And obviously I was a little tense throughout the first day. And after that first night, I didn't sleep and I had barely eaten anything. But I knew that, like, I've done what I had to do to not feel the anxiety. And it worked. And I just pretty much kept doing that. I barely ate throughout the weekend. I think on the second night is when I really ate my first meal, and the first time that I really slept for more than like 2 hours, I think. It worked out, and I'm still proud to this day that I was able to overcome something so serious for me, and it was like so many people. It was a huge event, so much happened. It was just, I'm still just so proud of it. So I really appreciate you all listening to me talk about my anxiety, something that really feels like it holds me down. You know, the first episode of this, I pretty much just introduced myself to YouTube, and then the second one, I just jumped straight into eczema, like the worst thing in my life, because I feel like it really holds me back. And I feel like this anxiety, stomach issue is, you know, the second thing, and really those are the only two things that hold me back in life. Because other than those two things, I really love my life, and I'm very happy with everything that's going on right now in my life. So those two things holding me down really frustrate me. So I appreciate you guys listening to this. And again, I want to thank you all for supporting me on my Twitch. And I've been getting a pretty good amount of attention on my YouTube too. So I just want to thank you all. And as far as another 24-hour stream goes, I probably won't be doing one for a while. but I had fun doing it. Thank you all for watching it. Thank you all for watching this. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Please comment down below if you have any questions for me or topics that you would like me to talk about. See you guys in the next episode. Peace.